You ever meet someone who just has that thing, that magnetic quality that just pulls people in and they're not even trying? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty wild idea that this power has nothing to do with cheesy pickup lines or even good looks. It's about something way deeper, an internal self-image that literally radiates outward and changes how the world sees you.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll unpack what I call the seduction paradox. Then, we'll get into the invisible programming that's been running your life since you were a kid. After that, we'll talk about the surprising power of acceptance, and we'll wrap up with 2 key habits that can totally rewire your brain for good.
All right, let's jump right in with the big idea here. True magnetism is an inside job. Seriously. It's not something you do, it's something you are.
I mean, it's the million-dollar question, right? Why do some people walk into a room and it's like the whole center of gravity just shifts towards them? They're not chasing anyone, they're not the loudest person there, but you just can't forget them. Well, the answer is way simpler than you think, but it's also incredibly deep.
The secret? It's alignment. This is that super rare sweet spot where what you consciously want and what your subconscious actually believes are perfectly in sync. See, most of us are in a constant civil war with ourselves. Our conscious mind is like, yeah, let's go meet people, but our subconscious is whispering, you're not good enough. That inner conflict, that friction, that's what pushes people away.
And this gets to the absolute core of it. Real seduction isn't a performance you put on. It's the energy you give off. It's your vibe, your vibration. And that vibration is controlled 100% by what your subconscious mind believes about you. Trust me, it speaks way louder than any words you could ever say.
But, and this is a huge but, here's the warning label. If you try to turn up your energy and be this big personality, but your subconscious is secretly full of insecurity, you won't attract people. You'll actually repel them. They'll just feel like something is off. And that's the paradox. The very same power that can make you magnetic can also make you super unsettling if it's not built on a solid, healthy foundation.
Okay, so where does all this inner conflict even come from? Well, that brings us to our next section. It all starts with our invisible programming, this distorted mirror we use to see ourselves.
Think about it. Long before you could even choose what to believe, your subconscious was just wide open. It was absorbing everything. Every word you heard, the tone of voice someone used, that quick glance from a parent, all the praise, all the criticism, it all got downloaded and became the script for who you are and what you think you deserve.
And all that programming creates your self-image. The best way to think about it is like an invisible mirror. The problem is, for most of us, that mirror is cracked and distorted. So we're looking at this warped reflection of ourselves all day, every day, and we don't even realize it. Then we wonder why our interactions with people feel so weird.
And this is where that inner war really kicks off. Your conscious mind is shouting, I'm confident, I deserve connection. But your subconscious, which is running on all that old programming, is broadcasting on a different frequency. It's sending out, I'm unworthy, I'm not enough. And guess who wins that fight? Every single time. The subconscious does, because it's running the whole show from behind the scenes.
Okay, so we get the problem. It's deep. Now what? How do we even begin to fix it? Well, the first step isn't about trying to change other people. It's about changing our own inner world, and it starts with the power of acceptance.
Now this is a huge one. You literally cannot be magnetic if you're easily offended. Why? Because every time you react, every time you get defensive, you're handing your power over to someone else. You become predictable. You lose all your mystery. True magnetism comes from a calm, unshakable center.
What we're talking about here is emotional composure. It's this calm confidence you get when you truly understand that other people's behavior, their moods, their comments, their criticisms, it's almost always a reflection of their inner world, not yours. It has so little to do with you. And when you really, truly get that, people feel incredibly safe around you. And feeling safe with someone is unbelievably attractive.
So here's a mantra I want you to basically burn into your brain. Just repeat it over and over until it becomes second nature. Nothing others do is because of me. Everything others do is because of them. This little sentence is powerful. It detaches your emotions from what's happening around you and starts rewiring your subconscious to be calm and responsive instead of jumpy and reactive.
All right, let's get super practical now. How do we actually do the work of rewiring all that deep-seated programming? It really comes down to 2 powerful, totally doable habits.
The first habit is becoming a guardian at the gate of your mind. You got to watch your inputs. And the second is developing what I call an inner observer, so you can watch your thoughts without getting totally lost in them.
Let's tackle that first one. Your subconscious is like a sponge. It just soaks up everything. So if you spend your day doom scrolling on social media, comparing yourself to everyone, you're literally planting seeds of "I'm not good enough." If you're always gossiping and complaining, you're planting seeds of negativity. To be magnetic, you have to curate your mental diet. You gotta fill your mind with powerful stuff, stories of people who've mastered their craft, and visualizations of yourself being that confident person you want to be.
And here's the crazy part. This is why visualization is like a superpower. Your subconscious mind literally cannot tell the difference between a real experience and one that you vividly imagined. So when you picture yourself being charismatic and confident, your brain logs it as a real memory. You're basically creating new evidence for a new identity. Do that enough and your body and your energy have no choice but to follow.
Okay, habit number 2, the inner observer. The next time one of those old, insecure thoughts pops into your head, I want you to try something new. Don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Just notice it. Kind of like, interesting. There's that old "I'm not worthy" thought again. By just observing it calmly without judging it, you create space. You realize you are not the thought. You're the one watching the thought. And that simple act makes the pattern weaker and weaker every single time you do it.
And when you start doing all this, when you manage your inputs and observe your thoughts, it all leads to this final, really cool concept that ties everything together. It's called the subconscious mirror effect.
This right here is the ultimate takeaway. Your self-image is an invisible signal that you are broadcasting 24/7. People don't really react to what you say or how you look nearly as much as they react to the subconscious vibe of how you feel about yourself. So the question to ask isn't, how do I make other people see me differently? The real question, the one that changes everything, is, how do you see yourself?